Hey, my name is Pickles. The collection log is a long, sometimes scary list of RuneScape's most rare items. In this series, I'll be systematically going through each tier of randomly generated tasks that I must complete before continuing to progress my account. This is Log Locked Ironman Edition. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 3 of Log Locked Ironman. I am really excited to have you all back for this next task. We went ahead and got level 20 crafting for our Shades of Morton task, and the reason we had to do that is so that we can begin working towards this quest. So we still have 2 more skills to knock out. I can get fire making done. That's like 4 or 5 logs. I might already have that banked. And then the next piece is going to be herb lore. We'll need to knock out druidic ritual so that we can unlock the skill. And then I'm not sure, but I might have enough herbs in the bank already. Probably not. We'll need to most likely go spend some time at Chaos Druids and get some herbs so that we can quickly reach that level. Let's get to it. Level 5 fire making achieved. But somehow I continue to just get better and better at this game and just do things so fast, so efficient. Absolutely demolished Druidic Ritual. On to the next. What do we have? What's the next challenge? It's probably not even going to be hard for me at all. I'll probably get it done so fast. 15 herb lore. Chaos Druids. We're going to do Chaos Druids in Varrock so that we can very quickly, wrong teleport, wanted to go to Falador to get my fire runes. We're going to do the one in Edgeville so that we can be in the wilderness and use a looting bag. That way we basically double our inventory space and just make this 15 levels much, much quicker. I also figured since last episode, it was time for a little bit of a Fashionscape upgrade. Look, me and the dog are matching. He gets it. This guy gets it. And went to that fancy clothes shop in Mauritania. Decided to go with the grayed out gold cloak setup. We're looking so fresh. We just got a genie, which now that we officially have herb lore unlocked is going to be where I would say 99.999% of the rest of our lamps are going to be going. It is the classic herb lore Ironman skill progression. Every Ironman does it, and time to join the ranks. Good morning, Internet. We have started our day with 15 herb lore, and I believe the final piece of unlocking the Shades of Morton. Let's go ahead and check out the wiki, make sure we have everything we need, knock this quest out, and start working towards collection log. So I'm standing here getting ready to go into the swamp, and when I open this gate, I get this message, and went back to Drezel, tried to talk to him. Basically, it's trying to push me into completing, or at least starting, Nature Spirit. I just have to go do the Restless Ghost, so I'll probably end up going doing this because there's no other way to get to Morton, but I'm completely irritated about it because they don't say anywhere in the quest requirements, nowhere on like the Wikipedia or anything like that. I had to do a bunch of separate Googling just to figure out that to open this gate, this quest has to be started. So we have to add one more requirement to the list here. We're at least going to go complete Restless Ghost so that we can start Nature Spirit. And one other thing with this account type, you don't have to finish quests. You only have to get to the point that gets you the progression that you want. Once you start a quest, though, for a collection log item progression, you're allowed to finish it whenever you want. You can just finish the quest right away, but you also are able to just get up to the progression point and then stop and continue on with your collection log tasks. So that's what we're going to do here. No XP wasted. Okay, I'm not that irritated anymore. Restless Ghost is a pretty chill quest. It's just nostalgia central. Restless Ghost is a good guy. He's just looking to find his head. All right. Nice little 1K. We did not get a level out of that, unfortunately, but we are ready to do Shades of Morton. Let's get back over there. We need to start Nature Spirit, which I believe I just need to talk to Drezel about, so that should be on the way. Yeah, I can start by talking to him, and then I should get access to the gate, and we can just hop right down. Alrighty, we just started Nature Spirit. I'm going to go ahead and bank these meat pies. This is good food that I can use later for combat training. that I don't want having turned into swamp boogers by the ghasts. So let me bank this, and then we're going to make our trek through the swamp all the way down here, through and around, down the little maze, into Morton, so that we can get this quest started. Thinking about it a little bit further as well, it is nice that we have Nature Spirit started now so that we can finish it really whenever we want. Just because you do get some, decent rewards, couple thousand crafting XP, some quest points, 2,000 defense, 2,000 hit points, as well as the ability to actually fight ghasts. So it'll be better when we continue progressing through Mortmire and Mauritania in general, as well as it'll make the Mauritania area, the collection log, or excuse me, the achievement diary, it'll make that a good bit easier as well. All right, time to fly through this quest. Let's get it started. Thank goodness for Rune Light and just making everything blue and easy. And there it is. Shades of Morton completed. Nice little crafting and herb lore and 3 quest points. We're up to 10 total now, making absolute gains. Let's see if we get a level. Yes, we did. And we got all the way up to level 20. Got 5 herb lore levels there, which is awesome. So now we can complete the minigame and hopefully get some keys. I think I need more wood as well, so I wonder if there's a bank down here. Of course there isn't. So I need an axe or something for some logs. I'm going to look around and see if any of the general stores have any. Otherwise, I need to go get a bunch of logs, or at least an axe so that I can make more pyre logs. So because I don't have an axe, I have to run all the way back through the swamp up to Mauritania to get a axe in my bank, and then come all the way back down so that I can actually start doing this minigame. And I haven't really done much of this minigame in the past. I watched a couple YouTube videos. It seems pretty straightforward. It starts with the temple, repairing it, getting your sanctity up, and then creating some of this sacred oil so that you can then create pyre logs from that. Once the pyre logs are created, you have to kill the shades to get these remains, and then you burn them, and hopefully you get keys. Sometimes you can get coins instead. But once you get keys, then you can go up into the dungeon, which is right here, and go into the catacombs. And once you're in the catacombs, you use that to open the doors and search the reward chests. It looks like for where I'm at, the mini game is pretty easy for at least getting this first item. The Flam Tier bag, I believe, is a 1 in 2 drop, so I have a 50% chance from searching chests to get it. And that should mean that this is a pretty easy collection log item to at least start. Once we start getting into the bronze locks and later tasks, it's going to become much, much higher RNG chance, or I guess I should say lower, so we'll have to grind it out quite a bit more. But for now, I'm hoping we have this task within the hour. All right. Time to see if we get anything. We got 8 keys. Hopefully this is enough RNG to get the Flam Tier bag, or honestly some other drop. But let's see. We got a bunch of different keys. We got bronze. We'll start with that one. I think that's this chest. Didn't love that. I'm thinking maybe we should... I can't even get to the next level. I don't think I have the fire making to get into the next key room. So let me double check. I think I need oak pyre logs. I need at least level 20 before I can go to the next level shades. So I'm all right with it. This mini game is not too bad. I'm getting some nice XP and other skills. I'm working on crafting as well as some fire making and wood cutting. So, and some very passive prayer. We might even get a level out of it. So I'm all right with it. We're going to keep going, do another 10 keys, probably do 10 at a time to see if we can speed this up a little bit. And I'm also going to go research, see what the drops look like for the bronze keys, because I thought it was 1 and 2, but I could be wrong. It might be higher since it's the lowest level tier. While I was scouring the wiki, looking into different key rewards and checking out what I would need in order to get the flame tier bag. I noticed that bronze keys don't actually, they don't have the drop table to get the flame tier. So what I'm going to need to do is I need to get my wood cutting up to level 35 in order to do willow logs, and then I can kill the next level of shade, burn those remains, and then I'll have access to the next tier, which is the black chest, and I'll then be eligible for the roll table, not only for the flame tier bag, but also fine cloth, which is the second highest RNG for Shades of Morton. All right, upon even further research, I figured out that I don't need that 35 fire making. I can do it with oak pyre logs instead. So we're just going to stay here for a little bit and gather up some resources, start turning these into pyre logs, and then we're going to be killing the next level of shade for steel keys, which have that 1 and 2 drop table chance. Level 20 fire making achieved. We can now burn oak pyre logs. I've also been just collecting these ashes so that the next time I need to train herblore, I can just make some of the serums. It was like 50 XP per pot, so I think that's definitely worth it. Ashes are pretty easy to gather. So much of why herblore can be a pain outside of herb gathering is just the secondaries, and as an Ironman, you got to take everything you can. So I'm going to get probably a full inventory's worth of oak logs that I can turn into pyre logs. I just do not want to be coming back here and training again. I want to be efficient. So just in case I get, for some unknown reason, terrible RNG, I will know that I'll have enough to for sure get the 1 and 2 drop. Almost full inventory of oak pyre logs gathered, and thank goodness for the minigame teleport. This would have been an absolute pain to get to. And since I already have the pyre logs, we can just go straight to killing. We need to kill one of these lore shades in order to get a bronze key so that we can then get into the room to attack the higher level shades. And then we're going to start clicking through these logs and hopefully gathering quite a bunch of steel keys. There is a chance on these next shades that I get bronze keys in their drop as well, so hopefully we don't get too many of them and we can just get a bunch of steel. I just looked at the wiki as well and I saw that this next level of shade is a level 60, so hopefully I don't have any issue fighting them, but I guess we'll see. Here we go. He already is smacking me for a 4. All right, I don't want to attack you because I'm not even going to get a drop. So maybe I just go in here and reset Hop Worlds or something. I'm absolutely smacking this guy around. I don't know why I was even worried. I spoke too soon. They're hitting me hard. They're hitting me hard. I only got 1 remain. We're gonna go for we're gonna gamble it. We're gonna see if we can get our collection log item off of 1. Let's go. Fingers crossed, baby. High RNG. High RNG. Pray for luck. Pray for luck. Here we go. Give me this key. Give me this steel key. That's what we need. No! We got a bronze key. We got to go back and resupply and get more food. Dang it. Alrighty. We are back after collecting a number of keys. We have 3 bronze and 7 steel. We're going to start with the bronze on the off chance that we pull a bronze lock. That would be great because then it would mean we would have the 1 and 2. We could save the 1 and 2 chance for the next time. So let's just see here. And then I have purple, which I think is this one. And then we have black. Ooh, I'll take the mithril bars for sure. All right, mace, drop that. Keep the bars. Now let's head on to the steel. All right, so no luck on getting the bronze lock, but we should be in good shape here. This should be a 1 and 2 chance. Hopefully these things in here don't just absolutely wreck me. All right, so we have a bunch of red. Are these crimson? Yeah, let's just start with these. Okay, nothing. Oh, flame tier, let's go. We got it, boys. We got it, we got it, we got it. We're out, we're out, we're out, we're out. We are so out of here. Good stuff. All right, that is awesome. We got the flame tier bag. It was the most likely drop. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and teleport out of here. This place is sketchy. Everything aggroes me. That is our 7th collection log item, our 3rd rolled task. Let's see. what we get for our next one. Complete task. Still only at 2%. Generate. What do we have next, boys? Wow. And we go right back to Infernal Mages. I would say that's brutal, but at least we're in a spot where we know that we can kill them. We know how to fight them. We know that we have protect from magic. We've done all of the hard work in getting prepared here. I just have to go back and fight these guys, which I just don't want to do. And now my drop chance, I think, is like 1 in 512 because I have to get the Mystic Hat Dark, which again, it'll be great for the account from a progression standpoint. I will get my magic best in slot headgear for quite a while. It's just a complete pain killing these guys. So I'm going to head to Morton first, or Mortania, I should say, and head to Canifis and kill, go to the shop and get a bunch of meat and the pike. I'm going to cook those up so that I have some food that actually heals a decent amount. I'll buy some wines as well. I just don't want to drink a bunch of the wines because they do lower your stats. So the plan is going to be get a bunch of food, and then we should be able to lock ourselves in Infernal Mages for quite a while. I was averaging like 70 to 80 KC when I finished my last task. I was doing pretty good there. I had my prayer flicks down. It's just sort of a tough task because you always have to be paying attention. You can't really AFK when you're prayer flicking. So that makes it a little irritating, but it is what it is. We're going to head back and start the grind for getting our second unique from Infernal Mages. What are the odds? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Infernal Mages. It is currently 1 in 512 to get the Mystic Hat Dark, and I'm hoping we get spooned the way we did last kill. Of course, I'm missing all my prayer flicks because I'm too busy talking, but I'm going to go ahead and lock in. Hopefully, we're currently at 165 KC. That was our 166. So I'll make sure to keep track and see how many it takes for us to get. I will see you guys soon. So my prayer flicks were pretty atrocious and I've already died. We are off to a horrible start. Only up from here. Let's get it. So here we are. We are only about 40 KC in, and we just got the rarest drop from Infernal Mages, the Lava Battle Staff at 1 in 1,000. So it's not exactly the item we were looking for, but of course we'll take it. It's going to be our new best in slot staff for anything fire cast related. So it's awesome. We'll take it. We'll take anything that progresses the account. But when I saw it hit the ground, I said, of course we're going to get the most rare item by about double. And we're still hunting for that elusive Mystic Hat Dark. So I wanted to add a little bit of context around restocking and resetting for each of these kills. Since I don't have a huge source of prayer pots or any way to reset my prayer or very quickly reset my health, every single time I get low on prayer, I get low on health, I'm out of food, whatever the case may be, I have to leave and do about a 7-minute run to the altar where you do Priest in Peril and then run all the way back into Canifis to get food, cook that food, and then reset back into the Slayer Towers. So when you take that and you take my average of getting about 100 kills every 44 minutes, we're looking at about an hour per 100 kills. We're at about 54 minutes. So this might take anywhere, depending on my RNG, if we get super lucky, it could take 3 hours if we're in around the 300 KC, or it could take anywhere up to 7-8 hours if we go dry. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Of course. I'm about to lose it. I'm going to lose it. Day 3 or 4 back at Infernal Mages, and we get our second Lava Battle Staff drop. We are up to, as you can see, about 430. Yeah, and at least I'm getting drops. When you get this deep, I always find myself starting to question the Wikipedia. I'm like, is this right? Could there be something wrong with it? But then I have to go back to like, this guy made a plugin. There's other people that have done this challenge. There's a whole community around this type of game mode. So I know that it drops the other hat. I'm just starting to get a little bit at my wit's end. I've probably spent at least 50% of my character playtime at Infernal Mages, and I'm just ready to see this drop, man. I'm ready to get on to the next task. So I was in a party chat in Discord at about 1 a.m. I hopped back on after watching a movie, and I said, you know what? Hey, let's get a couple more KC in before I go to bed. And I got it. I finally got the drop. I was so happy. I was screaming in the mic, but there was a bunch of other people talking. They were playing completely different games, so they had no idea what was happening. And I ended up finally getting the drop at kill count number 927. Well over, almost double the rate. And man, it was a grind, but happy to have that one done. So it looks like somewhere along the way, I lost the video of me rolling my next task after Infernal Mages, but we ended up getting one piece of lumberjack equipment, and there's two routes that I could go with getting this. The first is to just wood chop and get my wood cutting level up to 60, because you have to get a certain amount of the anima bark that you then trade in for the pieces, and then the other is through the temple trekking minigame. And I was starting to feel a little bit like settled, locked in Mortania, swamp locked, just couldn't get out of there. So I also wanted to do something after, a pretty click intensive last task of sitting there and prayer flicking and just doing 927 KC. I wanted to do some of those a little more chill, so I decided to do wood cutting. I've gotten it almost all the way up to 60 now so that I can go get those U's. And I started out by doing willows at Draenor, basically all the way up until level 59. And then because I needed some maples for the actual lumberjack equipment, I decided to come up here at level 59 so I could start gathering that. And then I need to go get the U's afterwards. We're also, once we hit level 60, going to hop over to the woodcutting guild, because as of right now, I've been suffering with a mithril axe. So I thought it would be a good bit slower than it is, but because of the forestry perks and the plus 10 invisible boost that you get, it really is not that bad. And I know that once I get that rune axe, it's going to be a huge quality of life update for the next time I need to come back and actually do some woodcutting. And there it is, 60 wood cutting achieved. We now have all of the level requirements we need. We're going to hop over to the woodcutting guild, and I might actually need to make a little bit of money first in order to buy the rune axe, because I think it's about 40 grand, and the bank account is looking pretty light. So I'm going to see real quick if there's anything I can do to make some money, double check that I have all of the required wood and everything, and then we'll have to go get the axe and then hop over to the U's. All right, we were just alking steel plate bodies in the wilderness, and we saw he didn't have the skull over him, but we got out of there luckily. And I don't really want to push my luck anymore. We have the money we need. Grab a couple more plate bodies. I'm thinking we just get out of here. Let's not push our luck any further. I don't know if it was just a random chance that guy was there, but he also wasn't really decked out in PK stuff. He had like a blowpipe and some other weird equipment on, but still, we're not risking it. We're getting out of here, boys. All right, Perry, give me this stuff. Oh, there it is. 40K. Most of our cash stack down the drain, but a very worthwhile investment. This will be our best in slot axe, basically until Dagonoth Kings. I'm not sure at what level that task is, but I'm sure, probably through Slayer or something like that, we'll get Dagonoth tasks. And for now, we could also get it through a Wintertod crate, but for now, this is the best we got. We might also be able to get a felling axe at some point. I also want to take a quick second to talk about the progress I made on this grind. So I got about 4K worth of the anima bark, which means the next time that we roll a task. So if we go to task dashboard, there's a number of forestry events, or roles, I should say, in this tier. So there's at least 5 to 6 forestry uniques in the easy tier alone. So if we go to our collection log, we already got one of them that I need to go ahead and green log in there. But the next time we roll a forestry event, obviously the lumberjack's a little bit different. It's more specific, but we have a number of the pheasant feathers already in our bank ready to go, as well as the bark. So those should be some really, really easy tasks. Unfortunately, they won't count if we get another lumberjack piece. That would be that won't count under the forestry. I want to keep those two separate. I want to keep the lumberjack rolls and the forestry rolls different. So we should have, a number of them that we can get through. I mean, that right there with the pheasant legs, I don't know if I have enough for all of the pieces, but I know I have enough for at least 3 of them. So that would be 3 very quick items that we can knock off the list. Okay, we are back, and we got all the way up to 61, collecting those 200 U's, and we got the 2 supplies that we need, as well as going to go ahead and pull the anima bark out of my backpack. I don't know that I need to actually do that, but just for the aesthetic of it, let's grab this out of here and get our first item of lumberjack equipment. Boots, yes please. And with that, we are up to 10 items, and we're going to roll for our next one, up to 4%. Let's see what we're moving into on episode 4.